Hello, Shalom. Read with me Daily Bread Day 4. We'll be reading in Genesis 3:22 all the way through Genesis 6:8. We'll be reading Joshua 7, Psalm 6, Proverbs 4, Matthew 4. Genesis 3:22. And Yahweh Elohim said, See, the man has become like one of us, saying to the serpent, to know good and evil. And now lest he put out his hand, and take also of the tree of life, and eat and live forever. So Yahweh Elohim sent him out of the garden of Eden to till the ground from which he was taken. And he drove the man out, and he placed a cherubim to the east of the garden of Eden, and a flaming sword which turned every way to guard the way of the tree of life. And Adam knew Hawa, his wife, and she conceived and bore Cain, and said, I have gained a man, Yahweh. And again she gave birth to his brother Abel. And Abel became a keeper of sheep, but Cain became a tiller of the ground. And it came to be in the course of time that Cain brought an offering of the fruit of the ground to Yahweh. And Abel also brought of the first fruit of his flock and of their fat. And Yahweh looked at Abel and his offering, but he did not look at Cain and his offering. And Cain was very wroth, and his face fell. And Yahweh said to Cain, Why is he wroth toward you, and why is your face fallen? Is it not, if you do good, you are to be accepted? If you do not do good, towards the door is a sin. Is he lying? And towards you is his desire, and you must rule over him. And Cain told Abel his brother, and it came to be when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel his brother and killed him. And Yahweh said to Cain, Where is Abel your brother? And he said, I do not know. Am I my brother's guard? And he said, What have you done? The voice of your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground. And now you are cursed from the earth, which has opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand. If you till the ground, it shall no longer yield its strength to you. You shall be a fugitive and a wanderer of the earth. And Cain said to Yahweh, My punishment is too great to bear. See, you have driven me from the face of the ground today, and I am hidden from your face. I shall be a fugitive and wanderer of the earth. And it shall be that anyone who finds me kills me. And Yahweh said to him, Well, if anyone kills Cain, he shall be avenged sevenfold. And Yahweh set up a sign for Cain, lest anyone finding him strikes him. So Cain went out of the presence of Yahweh, and dwelt in the land of Nod, on the east of Eden. And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived, and bore Hanok. And he built a city, and called the name of the city after the name of his son Hanok. And to Hanok was born Arad, and Arad brought forth Behoi, and Melaha brought forth Meslo, and Meslo brought forth Lamech. And Lamech took for himself 2 wives. The name of one was Adah, and the name of the second was Silla. And Ada bore Yaba, and he was the father of those who dwelt in tents with livestock. And his brother's name was Ubal. He was the father of all those who play the lyre and the flute. As for Silla, she also bore Tubal-Cain, a smith of all kinds of tools in bronze and iron, and a sister of Tubal named Naaman. And Lamech said of his wives, Adah and Silla, hear my voice, wives of Lamech. Listen to my words, for I have killed a man for wounding me, even a young man for hurting me. For Cain is avenged sevenfold, and Lamech 77fold. And Adam knew his wife again, and she bore a son, and called his name Seth. For Elohim has appointed me another seed instead of Abel, because Cain had killed him. And to Seth, to him also a son was born, and he was called Enosh. Then was begun the call of the name. Then it was begun to call on the name of Yahweh. 5. This is the book of the genealogy of Adam. In the day that Elohim created man, he made him in the likeness of Elohim. Male and female, he created them. And he blessed them and called their name Adam. In the day they were created, Adam lived 130 years and brought forth a son in his own likeness after his image and called his name Seth. And after he brought forth Seth, the days of Adam were 800 years, and he brought forth sons and daughters. So all the days that Adam lived were 930 years, and he died. And Seth had lived 105 years and brought forth Enosh. And after he brought forth Enosh, Seth lived 870 years and brought forth sons and daughters. So all the days of Seth were 912 years, and he died. And Enosh lived 90 years and brought forth Keon, and he brought forth Keon. Enosh lived 815 years and brought forth sons and daughters. So all the days of Enosh were 905 years, and he died. And Kenan lived 70 years and brought forth Melahi. And he brought forth Melahi. Kenan lived 840 years and brought forth sons and daughters. So all the days of Kenan were 910 years, and he died. And Melahi lived 75 years and brought forth Yered. And after he brought forth Yered, Melahi lived 830 years and brought forth sons and daughters. So all the days of Melahi were 800 years and 95, and he died. And Yered lived 162 years and brought forth Hanak. And after he brought forth Hanak, Yered lived 800 years, and he brought forth sons and daughters. Of all the days of Yered were 962 years, and he died. And Hanak lived 65 years and brought forth Meslek. And he brought forth Meslek. Hanak walked with Elohim 300 years and brought forth sons and daughters. So all the days of Hanak were 365 years. Interesting note there. Hanak, it says, walked with Elohim 300 years. Up until that point, no one is mentioned to walk with Elohim. Interesting. And Hanak is Enoch. So all the days of Hanak were 365 years, And Hanok walked with Elohim, then he was no more, for Elohim took him. And Methuselah lived 187 years and brought forth Lamech. And after he brought forth Lamech, Methuselah lived 782 years and brought forth sons and daughters. So all the days of Methuselah were 969 years, and he died. And Lamech lived 182 years and brought forth a son, and called his name Noah, saying, This one does comfort us concerning our work and the toil of our hands, because of the ground which Yahweh has cursed. And that after he brought forth Noah, Lamech lived 595 years and brought forth sons and daughters. So all the days of Lamech were 775 years, and he died. And Noah was 500 years old. And Noah brought forth Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And it came to be when men began to increase on the face of the earth, and daughters were born to them, that the sons of Elohim saw the daughters of men, that they were good, and they took wives for themselves for all whom they chose. And Yahweh said, My spirit shall not strive with man forever in his going astray. He is flesh, and his days shall be 120 years. The Nephilim were on the earth in those days, and also after, when the sons of Elohim came to the daughters of men, and they bore children of them. Those were mighty men who were of old, the men of name. And Yahweh saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every inclination of the thought of his heart was only evil continually. And Yahweh was sorry that he had made man on the earth, and he was grieved in his heart. And Yahweh said, I am going to wipe man whom I have created from the face of the ground, both man and beast, creeping creatures and birds of the heavens, for I am sorry that I have made them. Like man's doing things, but the beasts are doing their thing. Let the beasts, but anyway, it's his world. But Noah found favor, blessing in the eyes of Yahweh. Okay, finishes off Genesis. Well, today's portion of Genesis. Now we're on to Joshua 7. But the children of Israel committed to trespass regarding that which is under the ban. For Achan, son of Carmi, son of Zabdi, son of Zaran, of the tribe of Judah, took of that which is under the ban, and the displeasure of Yahweh burned against the children of Israel. Now Joshua sent men from Jericho to Ai, which is beside Beth-wen, on the east side of Bethel, and spoke to them, saying, Go up and spy out the land. And the men went up and spied out Ai. And they returned to Joshua and said to him, Let not the people go up there, but let about 2,000 or 3,000 men go up and strike Ai. Do not make all the people toil up there, for the people of Ai are few. And about 3,000 men went up from the people, but they fled before the men of Ai. And the men of Ai struck about 36 men, and they pursued them from before the gate as far as Shephram, and smote them on the descent. So the hearts of the people melted and became like water. And Joshua tore his garments and fell onto the earth to his face before the ark of Yahweh until evening, before both he and the elders of Israel. And they put dust on their heads. And Joshua said, O Master Yahweh, why have you brought this people over the Jordan at all to give us into the hand of the Amorites to destroy us? If only we had been content to stay beyond the Jordan. O Yahweh, what do I say when Israel turns its back before its enemies, and the Canaanites and all the inhabitants of the land hear, and shall surround us and cut off our name from the earth? What then do you do for your great name? And Yahweh said to Joshua, Rise up. Why are you lying on your face? Israel has sinned, and they have also transgressed my covenant which I commanded them. And they have even taken some of which was under the ban, and have both stolen and deceived, and also put among their own goods. And the sons of Israel shall not be able to stand before their enemies. They are going to turn their backs before their enemies, for they have become accursed. I am not with you anymore unless you destroy that which is under the ban from your midst. They got contraband. Okay. Rise up and set the people apart, and shall say, Set yourselves apart for tomorrow, because thus said Yahweh Elohim of Israel, that which is under the ban is in your midst, O Israel. You are not able to stand before your enemies until you put away which is under the ban out of your midst. And you shall be brought near in the morning, according to your tribes. And it shall be the tribe which Yahweh takes comes according to clans, and the clan which Yahweh takes comes back by household, and the household which Yahweh takes comes by men. And it shall be that he who is taken with what which is under the ban is burned with fire. Two ways things get clean: fire and water. And he which is under the ban is burned with fire, he and all that he has, because he has transgressed the covenant of Yahweh, and because he had committed wickedness in Israel. So Joshua rose early in the morning and brought Israel out by their tribes, and the tribe of Judah was taken. And he brought the clan of Judah, and he took the clan of the Zerites, and he brought the clan of the Zerites by men, and Zebiah was taken. And he brought his household by men. And Achan, son of Carmi, son of Zebiah, son of Zerah, of the tribe of Judah, was taken. Then Joshua said to Achan, My son, now give glory to Yahweh Elohim of Israel, and make confession to him. And please declare to me what you have done. Do not hide it from me. So Achan answered Joshua and said, Truly, I have sinned against Yahweh Elohim of Israel, and this is what I did. When I saw among the spoil a lovely garment from Shinar, and 200 shekels of silver, and a wedge of gold weighing 50 shekels, I coveted them, and took them. And see, they are hidden in the ground in the midst of my tent, and the silver with the silver under it. And Joshua sent messengers, and they ran to the tent, and see, it was hidden in his tent with the silver under it. And they took it from the midst of the tent, brought them to Joshua, and said, and to all the children of Israel, and laid them out before Yahweh. Then Joshua and all Israel with him took Achan, son of Zahar, and silver, and the garment, and the wedge of gold, and his sons, and his daughters, and his oxen, and his donkey, and his sheep, and his tent, and all that he had, they brought from the valley of Achor. And Joshua said, Why have you troubled us? Yeshua does trouble you today. Then all Israel stoned him with stones, and they burned them with fire after they had stoned them with stones. And they raised him over a great heap of stones, which remains to this day. Then Yahweh turned from the from the fierceness of his displeasure. Therefore, the name of that place has been called the Valley of Kor to this day. Okay, we'll be in Psalms 6. O Yahweh, do not rebuke me in your displeasure, nor discipline me in your wrath. Show blessing to me, O Yahweh, for I am fading away. O Yahweh, heal me, for my bones have been troubled, for my being has been greatly troubled. And you, O Yahweh, till when? Return, O Yahweh, rescue my life. O save me for your loving commitment's sake. For in death there is no remembrance of you. Who gives you thanks in Sheol? I have grown weary with my groaning. Every night I flood my bed. I drench my couch with my tears. My eyes have grown dim because of grief. It grows old because of all my adversaries. Depart from me, all you workers of wickedness, for Yahweh has heard the voice of my weeping. Yahweh has heard my pleading. Yahweh receives my prayer. Let all my enemies be ashamed and greatly troubled. They turn back suddenly ashamed. Proverbs 4. Children, listen to the discipline of a father, and give attention to no understanding. For I gave you good instruction. Do not forsake my Torah, for I was my father's son, tender and the only one in the eyes of my mother. Then he taught me and said to me, let your heart hold fast my words. Guard my commands and live. Get wisdom, get understanding. Do not forget, and do not turn away from the words of my mouth. Do not leave her. Let her guard you. Love her, and let her watch over you. The beginning of wisdom is get wisdom. And with your getting, get understanding. Exalt her, and let her uplift you. She brings you glory when you embrace her. She brings your head a fair wreath. She shields you with an adoring crown. Hear, my son, and accept my words, and let the years of your life be many. I have taught you in the way of wisdom. I have led you in the straight path. When you walk, your steps shall not be hindered, and if you run, you shall not stumble. Become strong and disciplined. Do not let go. Watch over her, for she is your life. Do not enter the path of the wrong, and do not walk in the way of evildoers. Avoid it. Do not pass by it. Turn away from it and pass on, for they do not sleep unless they have done evil. And let their sleep be taken away, and their sleep is taken away unless they make someone else fall. For they have eaten the bread of wrongdoing. They drink the wine of violence. But the path of the righteous is like the light of dawn, that shines ever brighter unto the perfect day. The way of the wrong is like the darkness. They do not know at what they stumble. My son, listen to my words, incline your ear to my sayings. Let them not depart from your eyes. Guard them in the midst of your heart, for they are life to those who find them, and healing to all their flesh. Watch over your heart with all diligence, for out of it are the sources of life. Turn away from a crooked mouth, and put perverse lips far from you. Let your eyes look forward, and your eyelids look straight before you. Consider the path of your feet, and all your ways are established. Do not turn to the right or left. Turn your foot away from evil. Matthew 4. Then Yeshua was led up by the Spirit into the wilderness to be tried by the devil. And after having fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was hungry. And the trier came and said to him, If you are the Son of Elohim, command that these stones become bread. But he answering said, It has been written, Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from the mouth of Yahweh. Deuteronomy 8:3. When the devil took him up into the set-apart city, set him on the edge of the set-apart place, and said to him, If you are the Son of Elohim, throw yourself down, for it has been written, He shall command his messengers concerning you, and in their hands you shall they shall bear you up, so that you do not dash your foot against a stone. Psalms 91, verse 11 and 12. And Yeshua said to him, It has also been written, You shall not try Yahweh your Elohim. Deuteronomy 6:16. The enemy, the devil, Satan, wherever he knows this, but his job is not to. So it's to get you to doubt. Again, the devil took him up on a very high mountain and showed him all the reigns of the world and their esteem, and said to him, All these I shall give you if you fall down and worship me. Then Yeshua said to him, Go, Satan, for it has been written, You shall worship Yahweh your Elohim, and him alone you shall serve. Deuteronomy 6:13. Then the devil left him, and see, messengers came and attended him. And Yeshua, having heard that John had been put in prison, withdrew from Galilee. And leaving Nazareth, he came and dwelt in Capernaum, which was by the sea, in the borders of Zebulun and Naphtali, to fill what was spoken by Isaiah the prophet, saying, Land of Zephalah and land of Nahi, the way of the sea, beyond the Jordan, Galilee of the nations. The people who sat in darkness saw a great light, and upon those who sat in the land and shadow of death, light arose them. Isaiah 9:1 and 2. From that time, Yeshua began to proclaim and to say, Repent, for the reign of the heavens has drawn near. And Yeshua, walking by the Sea of Galilee, saw two brothers, Simon, called Peter, and Andre, his brother, casting a net into the sea, for they were fishermen. And he said to them, Follow me, and I shall make you fishers of men. And immediately they left their nets and followed him. And going on from there, he saw two other brothers, Jacob, the son of Zebedee, and John, his brother, in the boat with Zebedee, with their father, mending their nets, and he called them, and immediately left the boat and their father and followed them. And Yeshua went about all Galilee, teaching in their congregations, and proclaiming the good news of the reign, and healing every disease and every bodily weakened among the people. And the news about him went out into all Syria, and they brought to him all those who were sick, afflicted with various diseases and pains, and those who were demon-possessed, and epileptics, and paralytics, and he healed them. And large crowds from Galilee, and Decapolis, and Jerusalem, and Judah, and beyond the Jordan followed him. Shalom. Make it a great day. Read your Bible. Talk to the Father.